Yo, what's good guys, welcome back to another video where today we will be going over the Gameweek 31 matches and we will also be predicting them. So let's get straight into it. First game, we have Aston Villa versus Newcastle. Now this is a great match between two informed sides. So let's start with Aston Villa. They've been really good recently, playing great football. They sit in 6th place at the moment. In the last 5 games, they have 4 wins and 1 draw. And Emery is bringing out the best out of this side. Onto Newcastle. Newcastle have been very, very good this season as well. They play such good football. Isak is slowly getting into the team very, very well. And he's been a great signing, and he sits in Newcastle, sitting 4th place at the moment. Can they get UCL football? I do think so. They do deserve it, and in the last 5 games, they have 5 wins, and what a team. They have such good players all around. Now, prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Newcastle. The next game, we have Chelsea versus Brighton. Going to be a great game for sure. So let's start with Chelsea. They've been struggling this season. They sacked Graham Potter, and they don't play the best football. They sit in 11th place in the Premier League at the moment, and Mudryk is struggling at Chelsea at the moment. And Chelsea in the last 5, they have 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses as well. And onto Brighton, the team has been very good this season as well, playing really good football, and Mitoma has been a standout player in my opinion, and they sit in 7th place. And in the last 5, they have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. So they do have potential for European football. So my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Brighton. Now we have Wolves versus Brentford. Will be a interesting game. So let's start with Wolves. They've been in decent form this season. The new manager helped them get into form and turn it around. They got out of the relegation zone. Cunha is starting to play slowly. He's starting to get into the team. And Wolves sit in 13th place. In the last 5, they have 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. Onto Brentford. They've been really good this season as well. And recently they have dropped their form a bit. Tony has been an important player for them. Brentford sits in 9th place at the moment. And in the last 5, they have 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses as well. And it's a good season for them in my opinion. My prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Brentford. Now we have Tottenham versus Bournemouth. I'm expecting Spurs to win this game. So let's start with Tottenham. They have a decent season. They've been having a pretty decent season. Harry Kane's been really good, and Conte left, which isn't too good for the club. They sit in 5th place at the moment. And in my opinion, Heung-min Son should be starting every single game for them. He's just such a great player. He scored an incredible goal the other day where he curled it from the edge of the box on the left side and he curled it in the very top right corner. Such a good goal. And in the last 5, they have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. Onto Bournemouth. They've picked up their form recently. They've got some important wins as well. Billing is probably their best player at the moment. And they sit in 15th place at the moment. And the next games are very, very important for them. And in the last 5, they have 3 wins, 2 losses. And yeah, and, my prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. Southampton versus Crystal Palace. Now let's start with Southampton. They haven't been too good this season. They could get relegated as well. They probably will because they sit in 20th at the moment. And Ward-Prowse has been probably their best player alongside Lavia. And the last 5 games, they have 2 draws and 3 losses. Onto Crystal Palace. They've picked up their form recently. Roy Hodgson, the new manager. Before Vieira, he was here. And Vieira got sacked and he came back. And he has the team playing really good football. Elise and Eze have been great talents. And they sit in 12th place. And in the last 5, they have 2 wins and 3 losses. And my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Crystal Palace. Now Everton versus Fulham. I see Fulham doing well in this match, so let's start with Everton. They haven't had a good season at all this season, and Lampard got sacked. Iwobi has been pretty decent, and the last 5 games they have 1 win, 3 draws, and 1 loss. And they sit in 17th place, just above the relegation zone. On to Fulham, the opponents. They've been impressive this season. They have struggled recently. Mitrovic, they are missing due to a 8-game ban, and they sit in 10th place. And the last 5, they have 1 draw and 4 losses, which isn't good at all. And my prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Fulham. Now we have Man City versus Leicester. There should be a easy game for City. They have picked up their form. They always do at the end of the season. And Haaland, this guy is just so insanely good at scoring. Even his assist against Bayern in the UCL was really good. And City currently sit in 2nd place in the league. They play very, very good football, as we all know. And in the last 5 games, they have 5 wins. So they're unbeaten. And on to Leicester, they have struggled a lot this season. Not playing well recently. They did sack Brendan Johnson. They did sack Rodgers. And Madison has been a key player, and Leicester sit in 19th place at the moment in the relegation zone, which is surprising. And in the last 5, they have 1 draw, 4 losses, and my prediction is going to be a 4-0 win for City. Now let's go to West Ham versus Arsenal. I expect Arsenal to play very well against West Ham. So let's start with West Ham. They've been okay this season. They don't really play that good of football. Bowen and Rice, those 2 are probably their best players at the moment. And West Ham currently sit in 14th place. And in the last 5, they have 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. Onto Arsenal, they've been really, really good this season. Obviously, we all know that they sit top of the league, and Saka has been a amazing player for them. And in the last 5, they have 4 wins and 1 draw. And my prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Arsenal. Now, Forest versus Man United. Man United should win this game comfortably. And let's start with Forest. They haven't been too good recently. They're struggling a lot. They actually sit in the relegation zone in 18th place. And in the last 5, they have 1 draw, 4 losses. And yeah, it's not good at all. On to Man United. They've been really good this season. They have struggled recently though, and Rashford is actually in the form of his career. I think he's been really, really good. Probably best form of his career, as I said. And they sit in 4th place in the last 5. They have 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. And my prediction is going to be a 4-1 win for Man United. Leeds versus Liverpool is going to be the last game, so let's start with Leeds. They've been in decent form in the recent games, and Bamford is back in the team. They actually lost 5-1 to Crystal Palace. That was a huge loss for them. They sit in 16th place in the Premier League, close to the relegation zone. And in the last 5, they have 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. Onto Liverpool, they haven't been too good as well. Been struggling a lot. The midfield is probably the weakest part of the team for Liverpool, and Salah is still doing decent, even though Liverpool haven't had the best of seasons, and Liverpool sits in 8th place at the moment, and in the last 5 they have 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses, and my prediction is going to be a 1-1 draw between the 2 sides. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.